what if something you engage with almost every single day holds a surprising superpower? What if it's actually the key to unlocking new worlds, deeper ideas, and maybe a more profound understanding of yourself and others?
Hmm.
We're talking about reading,
Right.
not just reading for, information, but reading as this truly transformative force, especially for anyone who's deeply curious, always craving knowledge quickly, and really aims to grasp the complexities of the world.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to really dive deep into the benefits reading offers, go beyond the obvious stuff and reveal the true leverage it gives for personal growth, sharper thinking, and honestly remarkably powerful communication.
It's fascinating, isn't it? How an act that seems so simple, just reading, can fundamentally reshape your relationship with information, with the world itself. And for those of you always seeking knowledge quickly but also thoroughly, this deep dive, well, it'll show that reading is so much more than just decoding words. It's about triggering these fundamental shifts in how you process things, how you understand nuance, and critically, how you genuinely connect with people. It's foundational, really. Unlocks so many aha moments.
Exactly. Yeah, aha moments is a great way to put it. And to unpack this, we're going to explore what we're calling the 6 pillars of reading power.
Okay.
These are basically the core ways reading builds you up, layer by layer into someone more confident, more capable in this crazy information-rich world we live in.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's start with the first, maybe the most foundational benefit. Reading builds your vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Crucial.
Right. Now, you probably already know reading helps with words. But we're talking about much more than just collecting terms. It's about getting the precision to articulate complex ideas, the power to understand those subtle nuances in what others say, and the confidence to express yourself clearly no matter the situation. Vocabulary, really, it's your personal toolkit for effective thought and expression.
That's a really good way to frame it, a toolkit.
Yeah. And consider this. When you pick up a book or an article or just a compelling story, you inevitably bump into new words. Our sources mention words like curious, eager to learn more, or adventure, that exciting, maybe unusual experience.
Right.
But the magic of reading is you don't just memorize a definition. You learn the word in context.
Yes, that's the key.
So when you read The Curious Child Asked Many Questions About the Stars, you don't just learn the word curious, you see it in action, embodying that inquisitive spirit.
You feel it almost.
Exactly. Or adventure. It isn't just a trip. It could be a thrilling story you're lost in, or maybe even a daunting new challenge at work. Reading shows you this flexibility, teaching you how to use words with finesse yourself.
And building on that, this context-based learning is just so much better because reading acts like a kind of natural teacher for vocabulary. Your brain isn't just like storing isolated facts. It's actively mapping connections, understanding the relationships between words and the ideas they represent. It makes the understanding stick, much more effectively than drawing flashcards.
Totally. Much less painful, too.
Right. And the implication for you, the learner, is huge. The more expansive and nuanced your vocabulary gets, the more fluid, precise, and confident you become, both in expressing yourself and in truly getting what others mean. It just streamlines your whole communication process.
That's a powerful point. Okay, so if building a richer vocabulary is that foundation, what's the next sort of cognitive leap reading helps us with? That takes us right to our second pillar. Reading improves your understanding, and this covers both comprehension and critical thinking.
Okay, understanding. So going beyond just knowing the words.
Exactly. Comprehension isn't just recognizing words, it's about how deeply you grasp the meaning of what you read or hear. And this skill is absolutely crucial for making sense of information, following complex conversations, and really immersing yourself in stories or news.
It's fundamental.
And here's where it gets really interesting for this deep dive, I think. Your brain isn't just passively taking in words, it's actively building this complex mental map of meaning.
Right, it's constructive.
Yeah. When you read a story, your brain is challenged to make these intricate connections. You're following the plot, that sequence of events, understanding not just what happened, but why it happened.
The cause and effect.
Precisely. And it goes deeper. You learn to understand subtle emotions, the motivations of characters. Like if you read about a character who's deeply sad after losing a pet, your brain is training itself to read between the lines, to grasp emotions expressed in English, which in turn helps you relate more genuinely in real life, in actual conversations. It's almost like a masterclass in empathy and emotional intelligence hidden in a story.
That's fascinating. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we actually think of reading as direct training for our everyday social interactions?
It's probably not often enough.
Yeah. And beyond just basic understanding, reading significantly develops your critical thinking skills. This means you're learning to analyze information, make informed judgments about what you're reading.
Right, not just accepting everything.
Exactly. And even figuring out unknown words from the context around them without constantly stopping. This agile processing translates directly into the real world. It becomes easier to follow movies, get the lyrics in songs, navigate tricky conversations.
Because your brain is trained.
It's trained. It's trained to process English in all these different ways. And reading diverse stuff, news, instructions, even poems makes you incredibly flexible with English, able to adapt to different styles almost effortlessly.
That flexibility sounds like a huge advantage. And it ties right into our third pillar. Reading expands your knowledge.
Ah, knowledge, the stuff you know.
Yeah, but knowledge isn't just about piling up dry facts, right? It's that rich tapestry of information, insights, practical skills you gain through learning, through experience. And the more you read, the more threads you add to that tapestry. You build a deeper, richer picture of the world.
So it makes your internal world bigger.
Totally. So what's the practical outcome? Well, every page you read is like adding a new, fascinating piece to your personal puzzle of the world. Imagine discovering how a tiny seed grows into a huge plant by reading about science, or traveling back in time to ancient Rome, learning about their lives through history. Reading about culture can transport you to festivals, help you understand traditions, open your eyes to different ways of life.
Yeah.
Even something practical like a cooking recipe. It's not just about making food. It teaches you methods, introduces ingredients, expands that specific vocabulary. Each example really shows the sheer breadth of knowledge just waiting in print.
And the real leverage here, I think, is how reading empowers you, not just to know more, but to share more effectively, more confidently.
Right, it's not just intake.
No. All this knowledge has direct utility. When you're more informed, you can genuinely participate in interesting conversations. You can ask smarter questions, share your own ideas clearly. This naturally makes you more confident when speaking English. And let's be honest, it makes you more interesting to other people because you have more to draw on.
That makes sense.
And crucially for learners, reading different texts shows you how others express ideas effectively. You absorb ways to structure thoughts, present facts clearly, which directly improves your own speaking and writing.
It's like your brain is constantly getting these little software upgrades.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of mental upgrades, let's talk about the fourth pillar. Reading enhances concentration and focus. This feels especially crucial today.
Oh, absolutely. In our world, yes.
Distraction is just everywhere. Our phones, social media, the constant pings, they're all designed to break our attention into tiny pieces. Reading, surprisingly perhaps, is a powerful antidote.
A necessary one.
Yeah. Think of reading not just as a mental workout, but as like a dedicated training session for your focus muscles, your prefrontal cortex. It literally strengthens the pathways for sustained attention.
So you're actively rewiring.
You are. It's not just trying to focus, it's building the capacity to focus, making your brain less susceptible to all that noise. When you dive into a book, you have to pay attention, follow the thread.
You can't really multitask it effectively.
No, it demands singular focus, it's mental discipline. And the amazing thing is, the more you practice this sustained reading, the better your brain gets at it. Staying focused for longer periods. It's a direct countermeasure to the digital chaos.
And the impact, as you said, goes way beyond just English learning. This improved concentration helps massively with studying anything. It helps you listen more carefully in conversation.
Active listening, yeah.
Active listening. And it boosts your ability to actually finish tasks without getting pulled away every 5 minutes. Reading isn't just about absorbing info. It's about building real mental resilience in a world practically designed to fracture your attention. By reading regularly, you're training your mind to be stronger, more attentive, and ultimately more capable of achieving success, whatever that means for you.
I love that idea of mental resilience. It feels so relevant. And that resilience, that focus, it kind of opens the door to our fifth pillar, which is a bit more magical. Reading sparks imagination and creativity.
Ah, the fun stuff.
Right.
Right.
This is where reading feels truly special. Have you ever noticed how a great story just transports you? You're not just reading words, you're basically directing a movie inside your head.
Totally. You see it all.
Yeah. When you read about a faraway kingdom or a mysterious forest or some hero's quest, your brain just starts painting those pictures. You can almost feel the damp air in the forest or hear the sounds of a bustling fantasy market. And this incredible ability to imagine, to create mental pictures, is directly linked to creativity. And creativity, as our source points out, is super important.
Not just for artists.
Not at all. It's vital for problem solving, for thinking in new ways in everyday life, for tackling challenges with fresh eyes. When you read, you're not passive. You're actively building ideas, constructing worlds, maybe even inventing little side stories in your head. It's immersive and interactive.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Okay.
In a world so focused on the real, the tangible, how vital is it that we keep cultivating these imaginative spaces for innovation, for problem solving?
That's a great question.
Reading provides that crucial workout. Like, as you're reading, you might picture what characters look like, or wonder about the weather, or try to guess what happens next. This constant mental exercise isn't just entertainment.
It's brain training.
It's serious brain training. It strengthens your ability to think outside the box. Reading lets your mind travel anywhere. Ancient history, futuristic cities, magical realms without leaving your chair. It's this fun, powerful way to boost your English and unlock your own creativity at the same time.
What a fantastic combination of benefits. And look, all these pillars, vocabulary, understanding, knowledge, focus, creativity, they all seem to converge on our sixth and final super important pillar. Reading makes you a better communicator.
Ah, bringing it all together.
Exactly. And communication is just essential everywhere. Work, friends, online, everywhere. Being clear and effective is key.
Absolutely non-negotiable in today's world.
So how does reading act as this blueprint for effective communication? Well, when you read different styles, conversations in novels, formal emails, poems, news articles, you're essentially downloading a masterclass, often without even realizing it.
You're absorbing models.
Yes. You see firsthand how skilled writers organize ideas logically, how they pick just the right word, how they build sentences that are interesting and correct. It's like this silent, powerful education in how to structure language well.
And the grammar part, too.
Totally. By just immersing yourself in written English, you unconsciously absorb grammar rules and the subtleties of sentence structure. You start to get an intuitive feel for how questions work, how tenses shift time, how linking words like because or although connect ideas smoothly.
It's learning by exposure, which is often much more effective than just memorizing rules.
Way more effective, I think. You internalize it naturally, and this constant exposure to good, varied English just naturally lifts your own ability to speak and write.
And the really profound thing here is how reading provides this comprehensive blueprint for effective expression, like you said, All these elements, you pick up sentence variety, precise words, good grammar. They translate directly into practical skills.
Right. Skills you use every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
You get better at explaining complex things clearly. You learn how to tell stories that actually engage people. You can write emails or messages that people understand easily and that convey exactly what you mean. Reading basically equips you with the tools to be confident and effective in both spoken and written English. It's genuinely one of the most powerful ways to become a skilled communicator, connecting with people nearby and, honestly, around the world.
Wow. So, okay, let's try and wrap this up. What does this all mean for you listening right now? We've journeyed through these 6 incredible ways reading empowers you. It builds your vocabulary, the very language you use to think and express yourself. It improves your understanding and sharpens critical thinking, letting you see the world more deeply. Reading expands your knowledge, filling your mind with fascinating stuff. It boosts your concentration, training your brain against distraction. It sparks imagination and creativity, helping you innovate. And finally, it makes you a profoundly better communicator.
It's quite a package.
It really is. Every page you turn isn't just words. It's a direct, tangible step towards becoming more fluent, more confident, and honestly more deeply connected to the world and the people around you.
It really makes you wonder, though, doesn't it? If reading offers all these profound, interconnected benefits, fostering continuous growth, continuous discovery, what new skill, what fresh understanding, or maybe what new, more capable version of yourself will you uncover just by picking up a book or an article or even a short story today? The journey of learning, well, it's really only limited by the pages you choose not to turn.